I was answering emails, thinking about deadlines, pretending life was stable. Then my phone vibrated, and in one sentence, my future collapsed. Because nothing prepares you for realizing the woman you're about to marry might be carrying another man's child. If you've ever trusted someone completely, only to realize trust can fracture in a single moment. Hit subscribe, tap like, and comment below. Do you believe intuition is a gift or a curse? Because this story proves it can be both. Now let me take you back to the morning everything changed. There are moments in life that divide everything into before and after. Not dramatic moments. Not explosions or sirens or shouting. Quiet moments. Moments where the room doesn't change. But you do. For me, it was a Tuesday. An ordinary Tuesday that smelled like stale office coffee and printer toner. The kind of day you don't remember until it becomes the day you never forget. I was at my desk, half listening to the low hum of conversation around me, answering emails I'd already answered in my head. My tie was loosened. My jacket hung on the back of my chair. My mind was on spreadsheets and wedding timelines and the illusion that life moves in straight, predictable lines. 2 weeks. That's how far I was from my wedding. 2 weeks from standing at an altar, looking into Lauren's eyes, promising forever like it was a measurable thing. The deposits were paid. The guest list finalized. My suit hung in the closet at home, wrapped in plastic like a symbol of certainty. I remember smiling when my phone buzzed. Lauren. Of course it was her. I didn't even hesitate before opening the message. I expected something small, something harmless. Flowers. Seating charts. One last detail she wanted to obsess over. Instead, the message read, "I'm pregnant." That was it. 2 words. No emojis. No build-up. No soft landing. Just a statement heavy enough to crush a man's chest in an instant. The noise of the office faded. Keyboard stopped clacking. Phone stopped ringing. It felt like the world stepped back and watched me react. I read it again. Then again. Pregnant. A word that rewrites everything. My heart slammed against my ribs. My mouth went dry. Pride, shock, fear, joy. All of it collided at once, like emotions fighting for dominance. At my age, pregnancy doesn't feel abstract. It feels final. It feels like responsibility arriving early and knocking loudly. I pictured a small bedroom. Soft blue walls. Late nights. Purpose. I was going to be a father. And then my thumb scrolled. I've been thinking. I want to put my ex's name on the birth certificate. It would be more meaningful. The warmth vanished. Instantly, like someone opened a window in winter and let the cold rush in. I stared at the screen, convinced I'd misread it. I locked my phone. Unlocked it. Read it again. The words didn't move. My hands went numb. My pulse roared in my ears. More meaningful. The phrase echoed in my head like an insult dressed as logic. More meaningful than what? More meaningful than me? Than the man she was about to marry? Than the supposed father of her child? She hadn't said the baby wasn't mine. But she hadn't said it was either. And mentioning her ex, in the same breath as a pregnancy announcement, wasn't surreal. I remembered a moment months earlier. A casual drive through a neighborhood. Her pointing at a street and saying, "He lives around here now. Married. Settled." At the time, it meant nothing. Now it felt sharp. I didn't respond right away. Accusations without facts are just emotional grenades. Once thrown, they can't be taken back. So I typed something safe. Neutral. Wow, that's big news. Congratulations. Cowardly. Maybe. But I needed clarity before confrontation. I grabbed my jacket, stood up, and walked out of the office without explaining a thing. Sat in my car, hands gripping the steering wheel, breathing like I'd just run uphill. Another text came in. "I'm so happy. We should celebrate tonight." Celebrate what? Instead of replying, I opened my map app, typed an address I never imagined I'd visit. Brian's house. I told myself I was being ridiculous, that there had to be an explanation, that no grown woman would suggest naming her unborn child after an ex without realizing how it sounded. But instinct doesn't whisper. It screams. And something deep in my chest was screaming that this wasn't nothing. The drive felt endless. Every red light gave my thoughts time to spiral. Maybe she meant a middle name. Maybe nerves. Maybe grief. None of it explained why. When I finally pulled up, the house was normal. Neat lawn. 2 cars in the driveway. A life that looked stable from the outside. I sat there, staring. A man in his 50s about to knock on a stranger's door because trust had fractured over a single sentence. I made myself a promise before stepping out. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize and leave. But if I'm not, I need to know now. Not after vows. Not after lives are permanently tangled. I knocked. The door opened, and the woman standing there wasn't Lauren. She wasn't angry. She wasn't suspicious. She was confused. The pure, unguarded confusion of someone whose life hasn't yet been disrupted. Her eyes flicked from my face to the street behind me. Yes, she asked.